It's rather difficult living in a modern affluent city as we do today in America and not find yourself comparing yourself to other people's outward appearances. This is only natural. We are humans of comparison. That's just what we do. But with enough perseverance, diligence, practice, and willpower, you can alleviate yourself of these comparisons, the suffering, the attachment to the idea that your value and your worth is contingent upon your material possessions, which is no more than just a measurement of your wealth. It's not an indicator of being a good person or going and accomplishing your dreams in life. I mean, this is a no-brainer, but it's so incredibly pervasive and corrosive in our culture that it's a wonder to me that more people haven't woken up yet, given how far we are into the climate apocalypse. And so again, I wanted to finally squash the argument and tell you firsthand from a personal experience that experiences and rich experiences, those like being involved in a community, going to a concert, creating art, maybe even falling in love. I mean, the soul building projects that you have in your life are worth so much more than acquiring wealth and status and attaching your identity to your job title or what you own and the watch you wear. It means nothing. I mean, in fact, that's actually a double negative, owning things, because not only can you not take it with you when you go, but it's actually worse off for the environment. So no, I'm not a hippie here telling you to eat granola and live out of a cardboard box. Obviously, you should still have basic standards and want to live a decent life.
What year is it?
You can also remain much more conscious while you're doing it. Of course, it may not look as though I am successful on the outside because I don't have the indicator that is typically associated with this constructed system which gives you value based off of what you own. But the truth is, I can make almost anyone laugh and smile. I can talk to anyone across the globe. Whether I speak their language or not, I'll figure out a way. I'm adaptable. Now, of course, when the question is in regards to nature versus nurture, it is both. And your brain is constantly morphing and folding over into new dimensions based off the input that it's receiving. So, yes, you are born with a certain set of predispositions in your genetic sequence, but some of those also get altered over time. And so I find myself wanting to just look at individuals who do flaunt their success outwardly in material form, that's just the way that they were raised or indoctrinated by culture to perceive themselves or put themselves off to others as success. But really, I'm just sort of laughing and smiling at them because I've also worked with enough older people. I've acquired their wisdom, like, what is it, The Giver?
I cannot prepare you for what's going to happen.
Like, I've literally had those experiences where people have passed off information to me, much needed information, that basically told me what they don't know, is that you won't hold on to any of this. That's not you won't look back in your life at the cars that you drove, the high status places you lived with joy. You'll look back at, again, that trip that you took to the mountain to do a hike, the concert you went to. And I know this sounds all very super millennial, and most people get this by now, but it's just a shame. It's sad, really, that we're in 2020, that we know that we're on the worst case possible climate scenario for our planet, that we will potentially have a blue ocean event within the next 15 years. I mean, the saddest part is that all of these people predicating their lives off success and working so hard for impermanent material gain, that they'll look in the pantry and there's no bread. There's no food. The food systems have broken down. The food chain is broken. Okay? So who's the bitch now? Them. And Earth is taking its price. Earth has come calling for their selfish, individualistic, delusional idea that they can tamper with life and get away with it. I mean, the vehicles that these people drive in this city are so insanely bad for the environment. Complete big SUVs, Range Rovers, vehicles normally acclimated to all-weather terrain. They're driving in a city for a luxury name. It's absolutely absurd. But what do I know? Maybe they're happy. Maybe if you sat down with them at dinner and you asked them on a scale of 1 to 10 how happy they are, they would say a 9. But I have a sneaking suspicion to believe that that is not the case. That in fact, they are letting their unconscious guide them. And that even though, again, I can't quantify my success and I'm not driving a Tesla, I have a Tesla in my mind and my heart. And that's where it counts. So burn away all the attachments. It hurts. It's a reprogramming of your mind. You have to take the Play-Doh out of the plastic container, mold it, and put it back in. And that's a process. And it involves most often a community and a lot of alone time. Solitude. That's where you find the answers. To reprogram your mind to this illusion that we're living in. That's what I mean. So, to finally just complete the argument, live your life full of rich experiences, and there is no better time than now. Oh, also, and the last thing, if you make your success in life dependent on how others perceive you, bottom line, you're never going to win that battle. You have to define your own terms. There's a but. Also, meanwhile, keeping conscious of others, the environment, and the future of humanity. Because otherwise, that is 100% a delusion.
Delusions!
So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Have a great week.